In the quest for financial success, many turn to strategies rooted in economic theories, business acumen, or motivational habits. Yet, there exists a hidden layer of wisdom woven deep into human consciousness, reaching far beyond rational financial tactics, a layer where mysticism, spiritual beliefs, and numerology intersect. Throughout history, numbers have symbolized cosmic principles, acting as gateways to both spiritual enlightenment and material abundance. Numbers, across various cultures, represent much more than mathematical values. They have embodied divine truths, secret codes to unlocking universal energy, and pathways to manifesting personal power and wealth. For those seeking to change their financial life, the concept of writing 3 specific numbers on one's hand, as part of a ritual or manifestation process, invites a deeper understanding of the hidden powers behind numbers and their connection to the flow of wealth, not just materially, but spiritually as well. We embark on a journey to unravel the significance of numbers in financial abundance, specifically through the lens of numerology and Buddhism, 2 distinct yet intertwined philosophies that highlight the interplay between numbers, consciousness, and the spiritual dimension of wealth. What numbers hold the key to transforming your financial reality? What truths do these numbers convey within Buddhist teachings? How can we manifest abundance in our lives using their sacred power? The symbolism of numbers in the spiritual world. Numbers have always carried mystical importance, from ancient Egypt to Pythagorean Greece, and from Taoist China to Vedic India. Numbers were seen as the building blocks of the universe. The ancients believed that numbers were not mere symbols to denote quantity, but held within them intrinsic meanings, representations of cosmic forces, virtues, and energies. In this worldview, numbers govern not only physical matter but also spiritual and metaphysical realms. For instance, the number 1 often symbolizes unity, divine essence, or singularity. The number 3, on the other hand, represents harmony, balance, and the intersection of different forces. To this day, numbers like 7, 8, and 9 are revered in numerous spiritual traditions for their perceived ability to transcend the mundane and tap into universal wisdom. The practice of writing specific numbers on your hand to invite financial abundance is more than a ritual. It's about tuning into the energetic resonance that these numbers carry. It's believed that each number vibrates at a specific frequency, and when you consciously connect to these vibrations, you align your intentions with the larger cosmic forces. This is where the power lies in manifesting abundance. It's not about manipulating physical circumstances, but about attuning to the unseen energies that shape reality. The power of 3, a symbol of harmony and manifestation. The number 3 holds a particularly sacred position in both numerology and many spiritual systems, including Buddhism. In numerology, 3 is the number of creation, expansion, and manifestation. It symbolizes the synthesis of 2 opposing forces into a new, balanced whole, which is why it's often associated with harmony and perfect balance. In the context of financial abundance, the number 3 can be seen as a guiding principle that balances material gain with spiritual integrity. It reminds us that true wealth isn't merely about acquiring physical assets, but about creating a state of balance between giving and receiving, between material needs and spiritual growth. In Buddhism, the number 3 also holds deep significance, representing the Triratna, or triple gem of Buddhism: the Buddha, the Enlightened One, the Dharma, the teachings, and the Sangha, the community. These 3 form the foundation of Buddhist practice, offering a path not only to spiritual liberation, but to practical, everyday transformation as well. When applied to financial abundance, the Triratna can serve as a metaphor for a holistic approach to wealth, aligning our actions, Dharma, our communities, Sangha, and our personal growth, Buddha nature, to manifest prosperity in all aspects of life. Numerology and the sacred numbers for financial abundance. While many numbers have sacred connotations, there are 3 numbers in particular that are often linked to financial abundance in numerology: 8, 3, and 9. These numbers carry specific energetic vibrations that, when applied correctly, can align an individual with the flow of money and prosperity. The number 8 is often considered the most powerful number in numerology when it comes to manifesting wealth and abundance. Visually, the figure 8 symbolizes infinity, an unbroken loop of continuous energy. In the realm of finance, the number 8 represents the never-ending flow of prosperity, an energy that can be tapped into to ensure sustained wealth. In Chinese culture, the number 8 is revered as a lucky number, symbolizing prosperity, success, and financial fortune. This belief is so deeply ingrained that entire industries, real estate, stock trading, even personal investments, are often shaped around auspicious dates or amounts featuring the number 8. Writing this number on your hand as part of a manifestation ritual is said to connect you with the infinite loop of abundance, reminding you that wealth is not a finite resource, but a continuous flow that can be accessed with the right mindset and energy alignment. As mentioned earlier, the number 3 is the number of creation and expansion. It represents growth not just in the material realm, but also in consciousness. When applied to financial abundance, the number 3 encourages us to think beyond our current limitations and expand into new possibilities. It's about fostering a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, recognizing that wealth is not something we accumulate, but something we generate through our thoughts, actions, and beliefs. The number 3 also invites us to balance different aspects of our financial life. Are we giving as much as we're receiving? Are we investing in personal growth as much as we are in material assets? By keeping the energy of 3 in mind, we create a fertile ground for financial abundance to grow in a holistic and sustainable way. The number 9 is the number of completion, representing the culmination of a cycle. In the context of wealth, the number 9 invites us to think about the legacy we're creating, what we're giving back to the world, and how we're using our resources for the greater good. True financial abundance isn't just about amassing wealth for personal gain. It's about creating a flow of energy that benefits others as well. In numerology, 9 is often seen as a number of wisdom, selflessness, and philanthropy. It reminds us that wealth is a tool, not an end in itself. By aligning with the energy of 9, we can attract financial success while also contributing to the well-being of others, ensuring that our prosperity is part of a larger, more meaningful cycle of abundance. Buddhism's perspective on wealth and prosperity. At first glance, Buddhism may seem to advocate for a rejection of material wealth, given its emphasis on non-attachment and the impermanence of worldly possessions. However, a deeper exploration of Buddhist teachings reveals a more nuanced view of wealth. While Buddhism warns against the dangers of greed and attachment, it also recognizes that wealth, when used mindfully, can be a tool for positive change. In Buddhist thought, wealth is neither inherently good nor bad. It's the intention and the way in which wealth is used that determines its karmic impact. The Buddha himself encouraged his followers to live a life of balance, emphasizing the importance of the middle way, a path between extreme asceticism and indulgence. In this sense, financial abundance is not something to be shunned, but something to be approached with wisdom and compassion. Wealth in the middle way, a Buddhist approach to financial abundance. In Buddhism, the middle way offers a framework for living a balanced life, one that avoids the extremes of deprivation on one end and overindulgence on the other. This balance extends to our relationship with wealth. While greed and the obsession with accumulating riches can lead to suffering, Buddhist teachings don't view wealth as inherently negative. Instead, wealth can be a means to support spiritual practice, care for one's family and community, and promote the greater good. The story of Anathapindika, a wealthy merchant and devoted follower of the Buddha, illustrates this nuanced view of wealth. Anathapindika used his riches to support the Buddha and the Sangha, demonstrating that material wealth can serve a higher purpose. Rather than becoming attached to his fortune, he viewed wealth as a tool for creating positive karma by supporting others on their spiritual path. In the context of financial abundance, this Buddhist perspective encourages us to ask deeper questions about our intentions. Why do we seek wealth? Is it to satisfy personal desires, or is there a greater purpose behind our financial goals? When we align our pursuit of wealth with the values of generosity, compassion, and mindfulness, we can create a flow of abundance that benefits both ourselves and those around us. The three numbers and their symbolic connection to Buddhist teachings. If we consider the ritual of writing three numbers on one's hand as a way to manifest financial abundance, we can explore how each of these numbers might align with core Buddhist principles. Let's take the three key numbers previously discussed, 8, 3, and 9, and examine their symbolic meanings within both numerology and Buddhism, providing a deeper spiritual foundation for the practice. In Buddhism, the number 8 is deeply significant due to the Eightfold Path, which represents the way to end suffering and achieve enlightenment. The Eightfold Path consists of 8 practices: right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These practices guide individuals toward a life of wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. When connected to the number 8 in numerology, which symbolizes infinite abundance, we can see a clear parallel. Both traditions emphasize the cyclical nature of life. In Buddhism, karma, the law of cause and effect, is a central concept, and the number 8 symbol of infinity mirrors this endless cycle. Just as one's actions create karmic ripples that return in various forms, wealth too is part of an energetic flow. The more we give, the more we create opportunities for abundance to return to us. By writing the number 8 on your hand, you're invoking this principle of karmic flow, reminding yourself to live in alignment with right livelihood and generosity, thereby inviting the flow of wealth into your life. The number 3, as mentioned earlier, is associated with the Triratna, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, which together represent the foundation of the Buddhist path. These three elements guide practitioners towards spiritual awakening, providing a framework for both personal development and community engagement. In numerology, the number 3 represents creativity, growth, and expansion. When we apply this number to the concept of financial abundance, it serves as a reminder that wealth is not just about personal gain, but about contributing to the well-being of others. Just as the Sangha, community, is essential for spiritual growth, financial abundance becomes more meaningful when it's shared and used to support others. Writing the number 3 on your hand can serve as a daily reminder to cultivate balance in your financial life, aligning your personal prosperity with the greater good. In both numerology and Buddhism, the number 9 represents completion and wisdom. In the Buddhist tradition, the attainment of nirvana, the state of liberation from the cycle of birth and death, can be seen as a form of completion, the culmination of lifetimes of spiritual practice. In terms of financial abundance, the number 9 encourages us to think beyond personal gain and focus on how we can use our wealth to make a lasting, positive impact on the world. It's about recognizing that true abundance is not measured solely by the accumulation of assets, but by the legacy we leave behind. The number 9 invites us to approach wealth with a sense of responsibility, using our resources to support causes that uplift others. By writing the number 9 on your hand, you're symbolically aligning yourself with this higher purpose, reminding yourself that wealth is not an end in itself but a tool for creating a better world. The power of ritual, writing numbers on the hand. Rituals in many spiritual traditions serve as powerful ways to anchor intentions and connect with deeper layers of consciousness. The act of writing 3 specific numbers on your hand can be seen as a form of sacred ritual, one that aligns your conscious mind with the energies these numbers represent. It's not about the literal act of writing. It's about what this act symbolizes. When you physically write a number on your hand, you're creating a tangible link between your intention and the energetic frequencies of that number. Your hand, often seen as an extension of your will and power to act in the world, becomes a canvas for this symbolic alignment. As you move through your day, the sight of these numbers can serve as a constant reminder of your goals, keeping your mind focused on the vibration of abundance. In Buddhist practice, mindfulness is a key principle. The ritual of writing numbers on your hand can be viewed as a form of mindfulness practice, where the physical act of writing helps you stay present and conscious of your intentions. Each time you glance at your hand, you're brought back to the present moment, reinforcing the idea that wealth and abundance are cultivated through conscious action, aligned with right intention and ethical principles. Beyond material wealth. Financial abundance as spiritual growth. At its core, the pursuit of financial abundance can be a spiritual journey, one that challenges us to examine our beliefs, intentions, and actions. In Buddhism, wealth is often seen as a form of upaya, skillful means, a tool that can be used to support one's spiritual practice and contribute to the welfare of others. From this perspective, financial abundance is not just about increasing material wealth. It's about creating a state of inner abundance where generosity, compassion, and mindfulness guide our relationship with money. True wealth, in the Buddhist sense, is not found in the accumulation of possessions, but in the cultivation of qualities that lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. In fact, the Buddha taught that one of the greatest forms of wealth is the wealth of contentment. When we are content with what we have, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction that often accompanies the pursuit of wealth. Contentment allows us to appreciate the present moment and recognize that true abundance comes from within. However, this doesn't mean that we should reject material wealth. Rather, it invites us to redefine our understanding of wealth, seeing it as something that flows from a state of inner abundance rather than something that we must constantly chase. By aligning with the energetic frequencies of numbers like 8, 3, and 9, we can cultivate a mindset of abundance that attracts not only material prosperity, but also spiritual fulfillment. Practical steps for manifesting financial abundance. This exploration could easily continue into various other dimensions, including historical examples of wealth and spirituality, additional numerological insights, and real-world case studies. However, this structure can serve as the core foundation for a deep, captivating story on how numbers, abundance, and Buddhism intertwine to create a unique perspective on financial transformation. The symbolism of the hand, a tool for manifestation. Before we continue exploring the deeper symbolic meanings behind the numbers, it's essential to consider why the act of writing these numbers on your hand holds such power. Throughout history, the hand has been viewed as a sacred instrument of both creation and destruction, an extension of the self that channels intention into action. From healing gestures to rituals and prayer, the hand serves as a conduit through which spiritual energy flows. In Buddhist traditions, hand gestures known as mudras are a significant part of spiritual practice. Mudras are symbolic hand positions that correspond with different spiritual states and intentions. For example, the Dharma Chakra mudra, representing the turning of the wheel of Dharma, signifies the transmission of the Buddha's teachings, while the Varada mudra represents generosity and the granting of wishes. In both instances, the hand becomes a vehicle for manifesting inner spiritual states into the external world. When we extend this concept to writing numbers on the hand, it transforms the hand into a canvas for manifestation. The act itself becomes symbolic, a gesture that links the conscious and subconscious mind to the energies and principles represented by the chosen numbers. Writing the numbers is more than a physical act. It becomes a meditation in motion, an intention that moves beyond thought into reality. The numbers on your hand serve as constant reminders throughout the day, reinforcing your focus on financial abundance, mindfulness, and balance. Each time you glance at your hand, it acts as a moment of reconnection to your intentions. Numerology and its cultural significance. An ancient practice of wisdom. Numerology, the mystical study of numbers and their spiritual significance, is a practice as old as civilization itself. Cultures spanning from the Babylonians to the Egyptians, the Greeks to the Chinese, have relied on the inherent power of numbers to explain universal principles, determine life paths, and shape destinies. In many ways, numerology acts as a bridge between the spiritual and material worlds, providing insight into how cosmic forces interact with human experience. One of the earliest known numerologists, Pythagoras, believed that numbers formed the essence of all things. He argued that the universe could be understood through the study of numerical relationships, and that each number contained within it a specific vibrational frequency that could influence life events. This idea mirrors modern understandings of quantum physics, where the universe is perceived as a field of energy vibrating at various frequencies. Numerology, then, can be seen as a precursor to these scientific discoveries, a spiritual system of mathematics that decodes the energetic patterns governing life. Numbers, in this view, are not simply tools for counting, but vibrational entities that encode cosmic truths. Just as a specific sound frequency can shatter glass or influence emotions, numbers can shape the energy of our lives by creating specific vibrational patterns. When we write certain numbers on our hands, we are essentially tuning ourselves to these frequencies, allowing the energy of the universe to flow more harmoniously toward us. The cultural significance of numbers. Different cultures have imbued certain numbers with specific meanings, some of which align with modern numerological interpretations, while others offer unique perspectives. Numerology, then, isn't confined to a single cultural system. It is a universal language that reflects humanity's search for meaning in the cosmos. The choice of specific numbers for manifestation is not arbitrary. It draws upon ancient traditions that recognize the symbolic and energetic power of numbers to shape destiny. Case studies: historical figures who understood the power of numbers. Throughout history, there have been notable individuals who have recognized the spiritual power of numbers in shaping their lives and fortunes. These figures, whether consciously or unconsciously, have used numerological principles to align their actions with cosmic forces, resulting in extraordinary success, influence, or financial abundance. 1. Nikola Tesla and the magic of 3, 6, and 9. One of the most famous adherents to the power of numbers was the brilliant inventor and physicist Nikola Tesla. Tesla had an almost obsessive fascination with the numbers 3, 6, and 9, believing that they held the keys to understanding the universe. He is famously quoted as saying, "If you only knew the magnificence of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe." Tesla's obsession with these numbers was not just a quirk of personality. It was rooted in his understanding of how energy, frequency, and vibration governed reality. He believed that the numbers 3, 6, and 9 represented the fundamental building blocks of the universe, a cosmic code that underpinned the fabric of reality. For Tesla, the number 3 symbolized the Trinity, a universal pattern of creation, while the numbers 6 and 9 represented the subsequent stages of growth and completion. While Tesla's financial fortunes were tumultuous, he died in relative poverty despite his groundbreaking inventions. His understanding of the power of numbers continues to influence modern thinkers and spiritual practitioners. His life serves as a reminder that wealth is not limited to material resources, but encompasses knowledge, influence, and the capacity to shape the future. 1. The Wealth of Andrew Carnegie. Philanthropy and the number 9. Andrew Carnegie, one of the wealthiest men of the 19th century, is an example of someone who lived in alignment with the energy of the number 9. Born into poverty, Carnegie rose to become a steel magnate, amassing one of the largest fortunes of his time. However, it was not his wealth alone that defined his legacy. It was his philanthropic efforts. In the latter half of his life, Carnegie dedicated himself to giving away the majority of his fortune to causes that would uplift humanity. He funded libraries, education initiatives, and scientific research, believing that those who accumulated wealth had a moral responsibility to use it for the betterment of society. This aligns with the numerological meaning of 9 as the number of completion and humanitarianism. Carnegie's life demonstrates how financial abundance, when approached with a sense of responsibility and purpose, can transcend the accumulation of wealth for personal gain and become a vehicle for positive, far-reaching change. 1. The Emperor Augustus and the Power of 8. The Roman Emperor Augustus understood the significance of numbers, particularly the number 8, as it related to authority, balance, and prosperity. Augustus, the first Roman emperor, carefully crafted an image of himself that aligned with symbols of power and divine favor. He was deeply attuned to numerology and astrological symbols, using them to bolster his authority and position himself as a ruler ordained by the cosmos. The number 8, which is associated with infinite wealth and balance, resonated with Augustus's reign. His governance ushered in the Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity for the Roman Empire. Augustus's careful attention to numerology and symbolism helped cement his legacy as one of history's most effective rulers. Practical applications, integrating the numbers into your life. Now that we've explored the symbolic, historical, and spiritual significance of the numbers 8, 3, and 9, it's time to turn toward practical applications. Manifesting financial abundance isn't just about theory, it's about action. Here are some actionable steps you can take to incorporate these numbers into your daily life and begin aligning yourself with the energetic frequencies of wealth and prosperity. 1. Daily ritual of writing the numbers. As we've discussed, writing the numbers 8, 3, and 9 on your hand each morning serves as a powerful ritual to anchor your intentions for financial abundance. Here's a step-by-step process for maximizing the impact of this practice. 1. Feng Shui and numerology, creating a financially abundant environment. The ancient Chinese practice of Feng Shui, the art of arranging your environment to create harmony and balance, can also be used in conjunction with numerology to amplify your financial abundance. In Feng Shui, the number 8 is particularly auspicious for attracting wealth and success, making it an ideal complement to the practice of writing numbers on your hand. Here are some Feng Shui principles you can integrate into your home or workspace to enhance the flow of financial abundance. 1. Visualization and meditation practices. While physical rituals like writing numbers on your hand or adjusting your environment are powerful, they can be further amplified by mental practices such as visualization and meditation. These practices allow you to engage with the energy of the numbers on a deeper level, helping you align your inner thoughts with the external flow of abundance. 1. Generosity and giving. The key to sustaining abundance. In Buddhist philosophy, one of the most important principles for cultivating both spiritual and material abundance is generosity. Known as dana in the Pali language, generosity is the first of the 10 perfections, paramitas, and is considered a practice that leads to the accumulation of merit. According to the law of karma, when we give freely without attachment or expectation, we create positive energy that eventually returns to us in various forms, including financial wealth. If you want to sustain the flow of abundance in your life, it's essential to practice generosity regularly. Here are some ways to integrate generosity into your financial life. By integrating generosity into your financial life, you align yourself with the principle that wealth flows in cycles. The more you give, the more you create opportunities for wealth to return to you in unexpected and abundant ways. Conclusion: the holistic path to financial abundance. The journey to financial abundance is not merely about acquiring wealth, but about aligning with the universal principles that govern prosperity, balance, and fulfillment. By integrating the symbolic power of numbers like 8, 3, and 9 into your daily life, you can unlock the energy of abundance in ways that go beyond material wealth. Through the practice of writing numbers on your hand, you engage in a mindful ritual that anchors your intentions in the physical world. Combining this with other practices such as Feng Shui, meditation, and generosity, you create a holistic approach to financial abundance, one that nurtures both your spiritual and material well-being. Remember, the numbers are not just symbols of wealth, they are reminders of the deeper values that guide a life of abundance. The number 8 represents the infinite flow of wealth, which is sustained by generosity and ethical living. The number 3 embodies the balance and growth that come from aligning your financial life with your higher purpose. The number 9 reminds you to approach wealth with wisdom and to use your resources to uplift both yourself and the world around you. In the end, financial abundance is about more than just numbers in a bank account. It's about living in harmony with the flow of the universe, trusting that as you give, so you shall receive, and as you receive, so you can continue to give. The process of manifesting abundance is not a one-time event, but a continuous dance with the energies of the cosmos, a journey that unfolds with each mindful action and intention. By embracing this holistic path to wealth, you invite not only material prosperity into your life, but also a deeper sense of purpose, peace, and fulfillment. True abundance in every sense of the word. Till next time, namaste.